Hi guys, welcome back to the Humble Gamer channel. I am the Humble Gamer. This is some more of my Train Sim Classic career scenarios. Still getting used to calling it Train Sim Classic. And we are again back on the Woodhead line, and we are driving a Class 46 electric locomotive. We are doing the Hadfield Flyer, so we've got to pick up Wadsley, Ortley, Wortley, Penistone, Crowden and Hadfield. And it's a stopping passenger service which should take about 45 minutes time. We've already connected the passengers from our own on our own platform, so we just have to go to Wadsley Bridge. Again, to anyone that lives there, I apologise if I pronounce anything poorly. I am a southerner. I'm a Midlander, but as far as you guys are concerned, I'm a southerner. Right, why wasn't my pantograph up? Come on. I've not driven this locomotive very much, the Class 47. 46. Not even that's Class 76. I don't know modern traction as well as I know steam locomotives. And I know this is not technically modern traction. But still, I need to get moving. I'm going to be a few seconds late at Wadsley Bridge, but that I can handle. So yes, welcome back to Grim Up North. As we go past, we were just next to a Black 5 here at Manchester. No, Sheffield. We're at Sheffield, I think. Yes, we were at Sheffield, and we're going past a Class. Oh, I used to know what class that was. 55? No, it can't be a 55. It's not big enough to be a Deltic. 30 something? Class 40 maybe? I don't know. I don't know. Does it tell me on the map? No, just the 10 AM Rotherham goods. That's wonderful. Anyway, yes, we are starting. We started at Sheffield. We start at the eastern edge, or one of the eastern edges. Oh, what's up here? Where did you go up here? Oh, Wath, yeah. That's where we did some of the. That's where we did the other stuff. The last scenario. That's where that started. Which is in the B1, or two B1s and a Black 5. Let's stick some accelerator on, shall we? Nice cab. In the Class 76. So yeah, the Hadfield. This scenario, by the way, is called the Hadfield Flyer, and basically it's a what if, which was. There was a lot of local services, local stopping services that were run by Steam that British Rail at the time never updated to being electrified. So this is a what-if scenario of what would the electrification of these services have saved them. So my primary objective here really is to run on time, if not ahead of time, and run smoothly. Which are things that I'm obviously known for on the channel. I'm guessing it's just an immediate apply, yeah. So we'll take that off. Going past another Class 76. I like that with these and some of the other electric locomotives they've added in. Occasionally you get sparks from the pantographs. Very occasionally. One thing I've always thought about the Class 76s in terms of whenever I've looked at them on this game is I've always felt the pantograph made them look ungainly. It's just very tall. Like a lot of, I know that pantographs tend to be tall, but they felt especially tall. Now I don't know. As I've said before, me and modern traction do not. I don't know anything about it. I know far more about steam locomotives than I do modern traction, or even just heritage diesel or electric traction. But I've always thought that it felt particularly tall as a pantograph. So I don't know whether that's just me thinking it wrong, or whether there's actually any evidence behind that, like it was a particularly high pantograph for locomotives in comparison with other British electric locomotives. But it always felt a little bit tall. It feels like they could fall over at any point. This is not Wadsley Bridge. This is one of the places. One of the places we are not stopping at. Sorry, I have a bottle, an empty bottle that I should have moved weeks ago, on my desk that fell over. But yeah, I don't know. Well, I'm guessing this station is unused. Let's centre on it. Is it a used station at all? Neeps End. Another 76. Oh, and I can go up to 70 mph now, so I'm going very slowly in comparison to what I could be doing. So let's see. The wiper's not great because it's still cutting off a lot of my... I mean, I'm seeing what I need to see, I guess, but I'm not seeing everything that I would like to see. But yeah, so after this, there's going to be 3 more episodes on the Woodhead line. I don't know what railway I'm doing next. I don't know what route I'm doing next. Charlie hasn't expelled another name at me yet. I haven't asked her. It's not Charlie's fault. I just haven't asked her. But yes, by now you should also have been seeing certainly some single-player Railway Empire 2. You might, at this point, may have. In the future, probably will have seen some multiplayer Railway Empire 2 with myself and the Fireblades, which should be fun. And if you haven't seen that yet, it is something that we both want to happen. I want to get that back. You may well have seen some more Grounded at this point with myself and Ben. And hopefully you might even have seen some stuff with me and Charlie, or if you haven't, the stuff with me and Charlie is coming up soon. We both desperately want to record some stuff. Both together. I know that Charlie wants to play a few games, whether she'll record them or not, but I know that she wants to play a few games. Certainly, and she may well record bits of them. Wadsley Bridge, it's on its way. So we are going to be arriving about on time. Which, you know what, fair enough. There's a breeze in this locomotive. Can you guys hear that? There's definitely a breeze. Can I shut a window? There's definitely a breeze. Oh, can I sneeze? It's that breeze. It's blowing up all the dust. Pardon me. Oh, it's all coming out. Oh. Just don't fart. So here we go. Yeah, we are actually... No, we're going to arrive about 20 seconds early. So as far as passengers are concerned, this basically counts as on time. But here we are at Wadsley Bridge. I've perhaps applied the brakes a little bit late there. In fact, I have applied the brakes a lot late there, but... carriages are on the platform. The first carriage isn't. Well, if anyone asks, it's just a really short platform, and you know the front carriage couldn't get onto it. But we were on time. That's the important thing. Now we're going to Orty Bridge, which is roughly a minute away. 1.88 miles, and it wants me there at 10:54. Timeless penalty -70. That's harsh. That's very harsh. Right, we're going to put some sand on. Sorry, I've got my I've got my ring. I've got the ring light. And it's in front of some of the controls. Actually, no, I don't think it's in front of anything particularly major. So we're going to be late at Orty Bridge, which that I find frustrating. No, I mean, to be fair, it's my fault. I didn't accelerate. I wasn't watching the route as much as I could have been. I was busy Let's Playing, which, you know, a lot of drivers wouldn't be doing, particularly in the 1960s and 70s. Well, this route's set in the 60s because it's still got steam. Could be late 60s though, because the Northwest was the last area to lose its steam locomotives. So I don't know whether this counted. Mind you, I don't know when this was closed. Oh, the Woodhead line was closed into the 70s, so yeah, it could still be late 60s. I'll say 65, but I don't know. But in my head, this scenario is now headcanon 1965. We don't need those on anymore. It's not raining, I don't think. And if it is, it's not raining very much anyway. Cool, this is a slow accelerator for an electric locomotive. This is a very slow accelerator for an electric locomotive. I was expecting it to have a bit more power, especially considering that the route it was designed for, which was this. There's my counterpart, presumably. I bet he's on time. Yeah, I'm going to be quite late. This might even be a minus score. I don't think I've had a minus score yet, but there might well be one coming soon. Just because I didn't realise I was going to be penalised that much for being like literally seconds late. Mind you, it didn't help that I didn't finish flush on the platform, so it took longer for the passengers to disembark. So yeah. Well, either way, it is what it is. We're just going to have to deal with it as we pull into Orty Bridge. And here is Orty Bridge. Again, I'm still on the lookout for scenery ideas for Sodor. So, you know, because I'm still building it. If you don't know what Sodor I'm talking about, check out the Sodor snippets playlist in the description below. You'll see everything. And yes, it's coming back once I know what I want to do in terms of showing you guys all I want to do in terms of the route, but in terms of what I want to do for you guys, you folks watching YouTube. Right, so this is going to be a big late score. Supposed to be 10:59 at Wortley, which is in 4 miles. So I've got to do 4 miles in 2 minutes. It's not going to happen. So we're going to be late for the next few stations, but hopefully we can pull it back by just literally razzing this thing. Yes, minus 66 for timeliness. And now I'm saying I've got wheel slip, which is odd because I've got the sanding on. Right, so you can't just razz this thing up to 100% straight away, even with sand on. So the short answer is, if I was driving it in the 1960s and 70s, no. These stopping services would not have saved the route, because I would have driven them late. That's what I'm saying. This is a really nice bit of countryside. You know, I know it's industrial rail, but it's really, really nice. And where's that branch go off to? This is what I like. Lots of little branching. OB works. Orty Bridge works, presumably. But, you know, I quite like that this was a railway that I kind of feel like... Now, I know, obviously, what I'm about to say is incorrect, because every railway did this. But this railway looks like it's had a very minimal effect on the land it's gone through. They've levelled out bits of land, admittedly, but the rest of the land is wild. It's untouched, untamed, and ultimately standing up well to having this railway just struck through the middle of it. Oh, gonna need those on again now, aren't I? Because how are we still only at 41 mph? I know it's 1 in 120, but we're electric. Another 76 passing me, going much faster, but then it's going downhill. So, yeah. I'm 2.8 miles away, so give or take 3 miles away. I'm supposed to be there in 10 seconds. It's not going to happen. We're going to be late. to probably everywhere. Let's be fair here. Penis tone. I'm such a child. Penis tone. The tone of your penis. I know it's Peniston. But penis tone is funny. At least to a child like me anyway. Penis. I need to stop saying that. I'm gonna this video will get spotted by YouTube's algorithms. No, can't have that. Mentioning a body part by its scientific name, can't have that. Worse, finding it funny. Finding it bloody funny. Well, I've got to laugh because my score is going to be hilarious at the end of this one. Unless they do the British thing of between Croydon and Hadfield, they have put in the extra 10 minutes to allow for lateness. In which case, I'm in. They can't have them because they're saying it takes about 10 minutes to get between them. So no, they haven't put that in. I am fucked on a timetable basis. I am screwed. Mind you, I think we are now climbing. I feel like we're actually climbing towards the Woodhead tunnel, aren't we, at this point? 6 AM Doncaster goods in the hands of a black 5. Yes, I think that was a black 5. I didn't see it clearly enough to definitely get its wheel arrangement, but I think it's a black 5. But yeah, we are now climbing towards Woodhead tunnel, I'm sure. Oh no, there's Woodhead tunnel. So yeah, we're going nowhere near Woodhead tunnel. Which I'm sure people who know their stuff about this route knew anyway and were already saying, no, you're not going there. You're talking nonsense. What station am I going through here? Rattling through Deep Car. Rattling through at 45 miles an hour because that's the fastest I can do at 100% with the sanding on. Because, you know, progress. Ah, give me a 9F. 9F would have been perfect for this route. Very powerful, very strong. And could have gone quicker than 45.9 mph, I reckon. There's another train sim challenge right there. Could I do this scenario but with a different locomotive? Any better? See if a 9F would have done better. Or even just a diesel. See if a diesel would have done well. Like, you know, class 47, something like that. I mean, a class 47 would have done well because it's a class 47. Even I know they're the black 5s of the diesel world. Okay, so here we're at Wortley. We're arriving just about realistically 3.5 minutes late, because not 10:59:50 is give or take 11 o'clock. Wortley, I think. I know it's a WO, but I feel like it might have been pronounced Wortley, but I'm gonna go with Wortley. God, I hope it levels out at some point. Well, it can't be because we're climbing. It's basically a climb all the way to Woodhead Tunnel, isn't it? I think from both sides. So, and we don't get to Woodhead Tunnel, so we get nothing. We get nothing other than minus scores. Yeah, we were 3.5 minutes late here. Ah, now can I do 4 minutes to Peniston? What? Minus 1,182 points for being 3 minutes late. Well, Peniston it's saying I'm going to be 3 minutes late. So that score is going to be in the minus 2,000s. Mind you, I finally got a 4-figure score in these career scenarios. Oh dear. Oh dear, it's all gone badly. Can I at least get it to within 2 minutes? Can I make myself less late at every subsequent station? That's the challenge now. Can I pull at least a little bit of time back? There we go. Full throttle. 1 in 120. We've got to. We can't just keep climbing. It can't be. There must be some level point. I know that it might be overall a climb all the way up to the Woodhead tunnel, but surely it levels out at some point. Surely. Surely. Or now I'm going to be 4 minutes late. 3.7 miles to Penistone. I need to be there in 2 minutes. But I'm struggling my way up to 36 mph. This was doomed for failure from the start, basically, because once it had me in charge, it was never going to work out well. Thurgerland. Going past Thurgerland, apparently. Whatever Thurgerland is, I'm guessing it's those few houses there. Hey, Thurgerland. Oh, mind you, we're at least picking up speed now. This is a positive. Check my route map again. It's not raining. Turn the wipers off. Penistone. There's some sort of structure there. So where are the joints? Silkstone Common, Silkstone. Oh, this is the one that takes you up to Wath, isn't it? Yeah, that's the junction there. And then Denby Dale. Denby Dale. Oh, a tunnel. We're climbing again. We're now to 1 in 131. Well, I say we're climbing again. We haven't really stopped climbing, but oh, viaduct, long viaduct or short viaduct? Short viaduct, just over a field to keep us level. Oh, over a river. So a geographic feature rather than man-made. We have reached the dizzying heights of 45 miles an hour, and we're going to be nearly 4 minutes late. Oh, hold on though. That looks awfully like it might be levelling out. No, it's just stretching away into the distance. Well, one can dream. Just want some flat track. Then I can razz this baby and we can get... we can get some points back. This has gone badly. This has been a poor scenario for me, and I just need to accept that that's what's happened, and that the Hadfield flyer was never going to work. Was never going to work. It's a terrible idea. The railway deserved to close. just calling it how I see it. Oh. We are 1.3 miles from Penistone. HJ, Hadfield Junction? Can't be Hadfield Junction, can it? BJ, HJ, down. Bit yard over there. Need to slow down because we're coming into a 30. Not that it will make a massive difference to my score because I'm already in the minuses, so What are they going to do? Take more points off me? I wonder what this bit outside Penistone is doing now. The bit that was the railway yard, the goods yard. I wonder what's actually going on in reality now. Because it's quite a big bit of... It's probably a road. It's probably a road and a service station. That's reasonable. That's usually what happens to British railways. Once they've been ripped up, they become roads and service stations. Anyway, we are entering into Penistone. And I want to reiterate, I know it's pronounced Penistone. I'm being immature. Just want people to know that. Before I get loads of comments saying, it's Penistone, not Penistone. I know. I'm doing it to annoy people like you. Frankly. We'll be going left here, won't we? Yes. And here is Penistone. 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 I'm just not very good at driving this locomotive, I don't think. I've done this whole thing poorly. I've just had a bad day. 'Cause you've had a bad day. Yeah. Apparently there's something called Brown's, which is, I'm guessing, some sort of factory. 1 in 166, so it is flatter, so we should be able to at least make a decent attempt at pulling off. I'm pulling off from Penistone. Goodbye, Penistone. I have successfully pulled off from Penistone. Now, Croydon is about 10 minutes away. Well, it's about 13 minutes away. 11 miles. Big old growler going past. Actually, while we're doing this, because let's face it, this scenario has gone for a fucking Burton. We're screwed. We're never going to be on time. Once again, another shout out that through August, every day in August, from I think it's the 4th of August, we're doing 4 weeks of daily train sim videos. It's the Summer Steam Gala. Pardon me. It is to commemorate a very specific date in railway history. Most of you probably know what it is if you know your steam railway history, particularly your British steam railway history. And if you don't know, you can probably guess. But there is a specific thing this year that I wanted to commemorate. In fact, there are 2 things I want to commemorate, and I can do both of them. So we'll be doing both of them through the month of August. So yes, lots of exciting steam excursion videos. So they will not necessarily be timetabled. They will be just steam locomotives doing day thing as a celebration of British railways. And by which I mean the railways of Britain, not the company British Railways. But yeah, so please do tune in for that all the way through the month of August, every day, from Saturday the 4th to Sunday the 31st, I think. So yes, right now, why have we were making time, but we're going to be 11:24. We're going to be just over 2 minutes late. Now we're heading towards again 3 minutes late. It's gone to 130 again. Hello, 76. It went flatter for a bit, 1 in 450 odd, but now it's gone slightly more hilly again. It's disappointing that it's gone this badly, frankly, and it has gone badly. There's no disguising it. This has gone poorly. This has gone very, very poorly. And I don't think I can blame anyone but myself, because to start with I didn't accelerate as quickly as I could have done. So yeah, it is very much my fault. Bullhouse down Main, which I've gone through. Bullhouse presumably is to do with the little bit of industry that was there. Oh, now we're going to 1 in 124. We're actually getting steeper. Well, that'll be sanding back on then. Yep, stuck at 46.5 miles an hour. We're now going to be over 3 minutes late at Crowden. And then our final stop will be Hadfield in 12 miles time. We've still got 8 miles to go to Crowden. This is still a very picturesque route. And I'm very, very glad that I'm finally driving it to do it justice. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, yeah, I've not driven it particularly well. Still climbing, still climbing, still climbing. I'll tell you what, going uphill once you're late, unless you've got really modern traction, like I'd like to see how. Also like to see how not only would a 9F, which I think is a good locomotive for this route, how a 9F would cope with this, but I also would like to see how some really modern DMUs would handle it. Right, and this is a closed down station that is called, doesn't have a name plate on it, it's still got a siding though. So I think maybe that's a couple of that's like a railway special, seeing which locomotive would actually be suited to this. I think obviously I'm pretty confident a modern DMU would be. So something like and this is where I start to show off how bad my knowledge of modern traction is. But get something like the first Great Western Turbo Star. No, I'm talking nonsense there. But yeah, like a modern DMU or a 9F, I think both would be quicker. Modern DMU, that's kind of a given. I think a 9F would suit this very well. I think a 9F would suit this very, very well, and would do better than the Class 76 has done. And I would drive it better as well. So don't get me wrong, the Class 76 has had a massive drag factor in me. But yeah, I think actually a steam locomotive would have done this better. Because I can't get this locomotive to go faster than 47. I'm not missing something like the handbrakes on or something dumb, am I? No handbrakes. I hope the bogies weigh nothing, because the way this locomotive is, you have to put the two bogies down and then you put the body on top of it. So the body counts as the locomotive, but if they've given the bogies weight, unless they count them as engines as well, which I don't believe they do, then that's just a problem with the model in terms of I now have to I've got extra weight to pull as opposed to just the carriages, whereas in reality the bogies, yes, they would, yeah, technically the bogies and the body would have, the bogies would be pulling the body as well as the coaches, but it feels like they've added 2 trucks on. But either way, where are we flying through now? At 1 in 135. We're flying through Dunford Bridge, something beginning with D, Ford Bridge, and now we're going into a tunnel. Did I hear the dogs barking then? Bear with. If I did, then they're not barking anymore and they're relaxing comfortably on the sofa, so... Oh, we're going downhill, I can pick up speed! I'm going 51 mph! Woo! Oh, this is greatly positive. This is greatly positive. Crowden is 4.5 miles away. Oh yeah, this is the Woodhead Tunnel, isn't it? Yes. So we are going through the Woodhead Tunnel. I'm talking nonsense. I'm talking absolute nonsense. So yeah, from this point forward we will be going downhill. Which is lovely. Makes things a lot easier. A lot easier. Like, a lot easier. Yeah, because we can get to 60 miles an hour. Maybe we can pull this back a little bit in the next 3.5 miles. God, this is a long ass tunnel. I don't have to stop at Woodhead, do I? Why is Woodhead 4 showing up on my thing? Is it just a go via? Might be just a go via. I think it would just go via because they've given me less than a mile to stop, so presumably they're not expecting me to stop at Woodhead. Right, so I'm apparently getting to Crowden at 12:51. I'm supposed to be in Hadfield, which is a further 5 miles down the track. At 11:31. So that's, I still think that's doable. I think we've got a chance here. I can turn the sanding off now, can't I? Yes. Wonder if it stopped raining or if it's still mucking it down out there. Hey Woodhead. Right, so we're out of the tunnel. 66.6 mph. Flying down the valleys. Or this particular valley anyway. I have started to pull some time back. I've pulled 4 seconds back on the ETA. So, you know, hooray. Oh, excuse me. It's not even early in the morning or late at night. Smack in the middle of the day. Right, so I'm going to turn that off. I've now pulled a further 2 seconds back, so now I'm going to be 6 seconds more on time than I was before. But that doesn't say a lot, let's be honest. Those are all floating. All of them. Okay, so now I need to start putting the brakes on because we're going 60 miles an hour and we're going downhill. Okay, now we're at full service as we approach Croydon. We are going to be about 3 minutes late here at Croydon, which is not a surprise. Yes, I know. Well, I've not done any of this well, so this is now not a shock. Let's be fair. Oh, it let the front. So I'm just going to pop out of the. It let that carriage open then. Cool, that's fine. Pretty sure that's not supposed to be a thing. Okay, so people just getting out and dropping off. Here we go. Move on to the outermost track now. Onto the goods line. I know I'm technically speeding, but I don't care at this point. I have time to make up. Saying 2 minutes later, Hadfield. So the question now really is, can I finish this scenario with a score above -2,500? Because I'm not confident. I have to be honest with you. At this point, I'm not confident. It's 4.2 miles down the road. It is largely downhill though, I think, so, or at the very least flat, so let's stick that up to full. Fully throttle up and let's just see what goes on. How is the time ETA getting later? I'm throttling up. I might even do something a bit cheeky and speed for a bit. I can't. I'm going for 15. Which means I'm swapping tracks, which means if I'm going too quickly, I'll come off. And I'll fail the scenario because I crashed and everyone died. So picky. So picky, this game. Yeah, I know. Let's slow myself down to 15 mph. I don't know why they've done this then. There's no reason for me to go this way. There's no reason whatsoever for me to have gone this way. And once again, gorgeous, gorgeous scenery that we are being transported through. Past presumably a reservoir. Brakes off. Because we are now approaching the crossover. I don't know why they put us into this one. We could have just carried on the main line. We haven't passed nothing. We haven't passed anything. Nothing's passed us. My signal is green. So there was no plan for that. I don't know why it's routed us that way. That just seems like an odd decision all around. Because there's nothing coming. We weren't avoiding anything. Nothing needed to avoid us. It's a really nice crossroads. It's really nice. I like that. Doesn't matter about the speeding thing. It's fine. The score's fucked anyway. Minus 2,700. So even getting a score above minus 2,500 is gone now. And since it's gone, we might as well just go in a blaze of glory. But I'm not going to crash because that would render the whole video utterly pointless. I'm not going to kill anyone just because I got a bad score. God. Yet anyway. No, that one. Yeah, I don't need that anymore. Yeah, I don't know why they rerouted me. That was unnecessary and frustrating, and we didn't need to slow down. We didn't need to be slowed at that point. Right, just under 2 miles. Got to be there in just under 15 seconds, so that's not going to happen, obviously. We knew we were going to be late. But yeah, there's being late and then there's being late. And we are definitely in the second of those categories. I mean, granted, ultimately, just over 2 minutes late is not world-ending, but it could mean you miss a bus. Unless it's a guaranteed connection. Which, this is the era of British Railways. They weren't a thing. Once again, this time not being routed into the secondary line. I don't know why we were in the first place. But there we go. Right, let's turn that off. And let's start putting those on. Because I'm pretty sure that, yeah, we're approaching Hadfield, and we do need to stop because it's the last station on the route, and professionalism, I guess. I think it's interesting that with a couple of exceptions, the stations on this are all built by the developers, and what I mean by that is they're not standalone big models that you sort of plonk wholesale onto the route. They are made. They are constructed from platform assets, from more generic assets, which means they've actually had a bit more freedom in terms of, obviously it's based on reality, but they didn't have to. They weren't constricted by anything. I just think it's quite nice. Although, that being said, a lot of the stations on Sodor are not built. They are using proprietary assets that someone else has made, someone with a lot more skill in computing has made for me. Rabbit's going for a explore. Hadfield for something and somewhere. Well, that's not a bad stop, at least. At least I haven't completely fudged the final stop. So yeah, there we go. We can climb down now because we've finished that scenario, and we did very, very badly. And I think we should all be ashamed. We should all, as a group, be ashamed of ourselves because we did poorly there. We all did poorly. I did badly. We all did poorly there. So thank you so much for watching. If you are enjoying what you're seeing, please like and subscribe. Check out the game in the description below. Check out my other train simulator stuff in the description below, and check out all the links in the description below. Actually, popular in the future as it does today. Well done, driver. Not well done. Score of below -2,500. So we did poorly. So thank you ever so much for watching. I was me. That was the Woodhead route in Train Sim Classic. See you very soon, guys. Goodbye.
I'll decide I don't want to do this race anymore, and then I'll just like peace out of life.
Russ, you win. Oh, great. By default.
You
Oh, fuck off.
By default. Now's got bored and killed himself.
You got a de facto victory because Naz just died.
He said his home planet needed him.
Yeah, and died on his way home. Naz, the poochie of my friends.